Amaka watched everything slip away from Sarah's hands in tears, but deep down, joy overflowed in her. The night was quiet, but Sarah could not sleep. Her heart beat fast as she watched a shaking video on her phone. The light from the screen showed a shadow, a raised hand, and a familiar voice whispering words that were never meant to be heard. Sarah's hands trembled. The face in the video was the last person she ever expected to see. Tears rolled down her cheeks as one painful truth became clear. Her life was built beside someone who secretly wanted to destroy her. Sarah was a beautiful woman with a curvy body, sweet chocolate skin, and smooth, glowing beauty that turned heads wherever she went. But her beauty was not just on the outside. She had a kind heart. She loved deeply and trusted easily. She believed people were good, especially her best friend, Amaka. Sarah and Amaka grew up together. They shared food, secrets, laughter, and dreams. When Sarah struggled, Amaka stood by her. When Amaka cried, Sarah wiped her tears. Everyone in town knew them as inseparable friends. As they grew older, life smiled more at Sarah. Her business, Z&S Fashion Boutique, grew fast. She moved into a modern house, she bought a fine car, and always had the latest phone. People respected her. They greeted her with smiles and praise. Sarah never forgot Amaka. She shared everything with her. Clothes, money, advice, connections. Nothing was too big or too small. Amaka smiled, laughed, and said thank you. But deep inside, her heart was heavy. Each gift reminded her of what she did not have. She had dreams too, but her life moved slowly. She loved a man named Lucas. He was kind and hardworking, but they were both struggling. Money was always short. Their love was real, but their future looked difficult. At night, Amaka would sit alone and think, why does Sarah have everything? Why does life favor her? Why does even her beauty shine more? These thoughts grew quietly like weeds in her heart. She never spoke them out loud. She hid her jealousy behind smiles and loyalty. One evening, Amaka shared an idea with Lucas. She said Sarah was rich, kind, and helpful. She said if Lucas became close to Sarah, maybe Sarah could help him with business or money. Lucas was not fully comfortable, but he loved Amaka and agreed to meet Sarah. Amaka introduced Lucas to Sarah like a good friend would. Sarah welcomed him warmly. She liked his calm nature and honesty. Over time, friendship turned to deep talks, laughter, and understanding. Love came quietly, without plans. Lucas was shocked. He realized his heart no longer belonged where he thought it did. He fell deeply in love with Sarah, not because of money, but because of peace. He told Amaka the truth. Amaka's heart broke, but she hid her pain. Lucas and Sarah married in a beautiful ceremony. Amaka was the chief bridesmaid. She smiled in public, danced, and helped with the wedding. Inside, anger burned like fire. The man she loved now belonged to her best friend. Sarah's life became even fuller. She and Lucas had 2 lovely children. Their home was filled with laughter. Sarah still trusted Amaka completely. She gave her money, opened a shop for her, and even asked her advice. Amaka had full access to Sarah's life. But jealousy does not sleep. It waits. Amaka began to plan again. She met Lucas secretly and suggested a plan to take money from Sarah's business. Lucas listened but refused. He told Sarah everything. Sarah was hurt but chose peace. She warned Lucas never to keep secrets again. Lucas begged and she forgave him, believing love deserved one chance. Amaka noticed her plans often failed or turned against her. Sometimes things worked in her favor, but peace never followed. Her heart became darker. One evening, Amaka tried to harm Sarah during an argument. It was not graphic, but it was dangerous. Unknown to her, someone nearby recorded everything. The video reached Sarah. Sarah reported the matter. Amaka was arrested. Before she was taken away, Sarah confronted her. Tears soaked her face. Amaka denied everything at first. Then she broke down and shouted, "You had everything I wanted. You even married the man I loved." Sarah cried harder and replied, "I gave you everything you asked for. You introduced me to Lucas yourself. I never took anything from you." The truth was too heavy. Sarah felt betrayed beyond words. In court, the evidence was clear. Sarah won the case. Amaka was ordered to compensate her and face punishment. Lucas stood by Sarah, ashamed and sorry. Sarah forgave him, but her heart closed forever to Amaka. Years later, Sarah rebuilt her peace. She raised her children with wisdom. She learned that kindness must walk with caution. Amaka learned the hard way that jealousy destroys the holder before it harms the target. Jealousy is a silent enemy. Gratitude brings peace, but envy invites downfall. True friendship needs a clean heart.